Hey guys, it's Mr. Wishahi, and this video is to give you a quick little tutorial, a quick little lesson on how to use integer counters and how to use zero pairs. So you may have seen these little chips before. We call these counters. You could either use these chips, or I also like to use markers, or sometimes I'll just use circles and dots. But these come in really handy when you want to visualize using integers, whether you're adding or subtracting them. So let me give you an example. So for instance, let's say I've got -3 plus 2. Well, I'm going to use my counters. Always remember that red counters are going to be negative and yellow counters will be your positives. So you got negative and positive. If you don't have counters or you don't have markers, you could use closed circles or closed dots and open circles just to help you visualize this. So let me go ahead and show you how to use them. So if I got -3 plus 2, that means I need 3 red dots for the negatives and 2 yellow dots for the positives. Okay, so you have your equation right there. So now you're going to do what's called a zero pairing. What I mean by that is for every one yellow or positive you have, you cancel out one red. So it has to be 1 for 1. It can't be the same. So I'm going to cancel out 1 red, 1 yellow, 1 red, 1 yellow. So that's going to leave me with a red. So since I have 1 red and red is negative, that's going to be -1. Okay, so just remember you're canceling them out. So you don't always have to use the counters. I like to use the markers because I just think they're a little faster. So let me give you the next one. Let's do -6 plus 7. Okay, so let's look at the negative. That means I got -6. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red. And for the positive, I'm going to use yellows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we can go ahead and zero pair them out. 1 for 1. 1 red, 1 yellow, and so on until there's nothing else you can cancel. That's going to give me a yellow. So remember, yellow is positive. So my answer would be +1. Let's try one more example. Let's go with -5 plus -5. Okay, so again, I'm going to draw them out. 5, negative, red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for the second number, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you look, I don't have any yellows to cancel anything out. So that means that you can't cancel out. You just count up what you have. I've got 10 red dots, and since 10 is negative, my answer will be -10. If you can't, like I said, if you can't use a marker, use your pencil. And I know I said this was my last example. Let me give you one more. Okay, without the markers or without counters. I'm going to mark up. I'm going to do, let's do +8 plus -8. Okay, so for my positives, I'm going to use circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And for the negatives, I'm going to use closed dots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now let's zero pair them out. For every one dark circle, I'm going to eliminate one open circle. And if you notice, we've got nothing left over. That means that -8 plus, or 8 plus -8, that's going to be 0. They zeroed each other out. So this is something that you could use when you're working with integers, when you're adding them. Another way of think of it, if they're opposite symbols, positives and negatives, you're really just subtracting. And then whatever you have more of, that's the symbol you're going to use. Again, you could either use counters, you could use a marker, or in this case, as we did in the last example, you could use circles and dots, which come in handy. That's just a way for you to visualize what you're working out. Hopefully this comes in handy. Feel free to practice as much as you can with them. Good luck.